My beautiful friend, and welcome back to another episode of my podcast, The Hayley Osborne Show. I am so glad that you are here and that you are listening to me for another week in your ears. I'm excited, and I have been talking a little bit lately about brand and brand matching who you are and how it changes everything when you can step into alignment. It feels really nice. And that's a place I'm in at the moment. And I always put myself back in these places when I start to move away and grow and morph and change into the person that I organically am becoming. Because you can't stay the same, right? Because you grow and you get better and you do the things and it feels good, and everything around you has to follow up and catch up. The neon sign is on. So if you are listening to me in your ears, not watching, know that I have a beautiful neon sign in my office behind me. And it says Hayley Osborne on the sign, but it also has a picture, and my husband actually created that for me. So it's of a person. It's an outline of a person with very curly hair. And that's obviously me. So we've got the little afro in the background, which I love. And it just kind of adds a bit of a vibe to the podcast, to my little studio when the mic's on and everything is on. And I've just like this level of tech, I just think to myself, oh my gosh, like where, how, what, where, when, like how did I get to this place? And honestly, it's an evolution, and I've grown. And I think therefore my brand has had to grow too. So when your brand matches who you are, everything changes. My kids do that all the time, actually. Like when I ask them something and they agree with me, or the answer is yes, they'll go, it's so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Anyway, so I think that uh, there's a moment, in your business where everything starts to click and it feels good. Your content lands, your audience is growing, your clients start saying yes so much faster, and it feels really easy. And you're not doing more, because that would be crazy, but you feel like you're aligned, your content is aligned, you as a human are aligned with what you are putting out there, and your values, they are matching, and your brand is matching who you are. It feels so good. But we don't start here, okay? It's an evolution, okay? And we shift into that alignment. But how do we start? We start by figuring things out. We start by doing the hard yards, and the alignment becomes amazing. So if you're watching on video too, I've got my yellow suit jacket on my chair, and I'm kind of purposely like shifted over to the right so that you can see a touch of yellow, because that comes up in the video. And that is something that is I'm really vibing with at the moment, this bright yellow. It is original. It is originally me. And that's my alignment. Okay. It feels good and people are noticing, and it's bold, and it is my bold move. And I'm okay with that. That's what I had the QR code on the back of. I'll do it again in the right setting. I love it. So where do you start? You start by putting in the time to figure it out. You start by trying different messaging. You start by getting help, okay? Because you are so close to your business, who you are, what you do, who you help, that you cannot see it anymore. And that's completely normal. I see this all the time with my clients. The people that come into my world, they're so close to this, but they're so disconnected. And when the penny drops and we start to create beautiful things inside their businesses, it's like magic. Okay. And you need to experiment. Okay. Because that's what works, and it's normal. And at some point you hit a ceiling, and that's probably where you are now, where more content doesn't fix it. More strategy probably won't fix it either. Because the problem isn't what you're doing, okay? It's that your brand hasn't caught up to the person that you have become. And I touched on this in last week's podcast episode as well. Your brand is an extension of your identity, whether you have a personal brand or not, okay? It is an extension of who you are. So when you grow and you evolve, your business and your brand needs to be able to evolve with you as the founder of this brand and business. And if it doesn't, you feel it, your clients feel it, your content feels it, everything feels it, you're disconnected. I see like resistance in showing up, because you should just be able to show up at the drop of a hat if you truly believe in what you do, who you are and who you say you are, and how you can help people. Otherwise, you may have outgrown the current model that you are showing up in. Okay. And This is where people try and fix it with tactics. But the real shift needs to happen with doing the work and your identity. Okay. And when it clicks, when you start to match and you meet yourself with your business where you're at, okay, you bring it up to speed, you can create content faster, you can create marketing faster, okay? And you stop questioning everything because that's really hard. It's like pushing shit uphill. And from the outside, it looks like momentum because that's what it is on the inside too. Okay. When everything is sharper, your messaging, your offers, they become, your spots become easier to sell and your audience starts to deeply resonate with you and connect with you on a deeper level because now you're not trying to convince them to buy from you and to book from you. That sucks. You're just being really clear in who you are and what you do and how you can help people. And there is a magnetic effect that happens here. And this is pretty magical. I see this in my own business and I see this with my clients that when you are aligned, you attract people, okay? And they're the people who get you straight away, okay? Faster. And they actually value your work, okay? They don't want discounts. They just want the results that you are offering. Okay, they want to feel better, be better, do better. And that's because they know that you can help them. And the reason that they know that you can help them is because that's what your content is speaking to. Okay? It's not harder. You're not being louder. It's not more complicated. You're not adding in different layers. You're just being clear and precise because you've done the work and you know now that that's what you align with. Feels really nice. Okay. You know who you are, what you stand for, who you're for, and who you're not for. And people feel that. There's no convincing required. Okay. You're probably thinking, oh, Hayley, fine, fine, fine. How do you get there? Okay. So I want you to start here. Okay. I want you to ask, there's 3 questions that I've written down for you. Okay. Who am I right now as a business owner? What do I actually believe about my work and who I help and how I help them? And how do I want to be known in my industry? Okay. And then ask yourself, does my brand, does my business reflect that right now? And if the answer is no, then there's your opportunity. Okay. I don't want you to start over. I want you to realign. Okay. Not starting over, just realign. Get back on the track. All right. Because when your brand matches who you are, everything becomes simpler in how you're showing up, clearer, more powerful. You're not chasing, you don't need to chase growing anymore. Okay. It naturally attracts, it takes time. It does take time. So I generally see a shift around the 6-week mark of being consistent in showing up. That is the goal. That is your goal right now. Okay. And, if you want to explore that further, you can do that with me through my VIP days where we catch up one-on-one for a elite VIP day where we go through all of these things. Okay. And it gets done in a day. And then you have a beautiful strategy that you walk away with that you've contributed to, okay, that you now can execute and activate on. Okay. If you're thinking, oh, Hayley, I really just want to focus on social media, I can do a social media strategy for you that you have a Bible to then take away that will help you every step of the way to grow in the way that you want to, that now is aligned with you. Okay. Where you are showing up as the brand and marketing yourself as the person that you are, and you have caught up the rest of your assets to match you where you are because you grow. And that's really, really normal. That's all I wanted to say, guys. And I hope that, you understand that when your brand matches who you are, okay, everything changes. And that's why I called this episode that, because it's really important, because it's true. I'll catch you next week, guys. Have the best day. See you later.